Africa has often been portrayed as a dark continent by the West due to its lack of development. But did you know that Africa was once home to some of the most powerful empires in the world? Today we will be exploring one of these lost kingdoms which some historians believe could have possibly become the superpower of the ancient world, had it not been for the West. Welcome to my channel. And today let's find out about the lost Kingdom of Aksum. When most people think of the ancient superpowers of the world, their minds immediately travel to places like Greece, Rome, Egypt, or Mesopotamia. However, nestled in a remote part of modern-day Ethiopia is a forgotten kingdom that can rival any of these ancient civilizations, Aksum. Located 2,000 meters above sea level in the Ethiopian highlands, Aksum was not only a formidable trading power, but also the first African nation to adopt Christianity as a state religion. Although little is known about the origins of the kingdom, legends trace its founding back to the Queen of Sheba. According to the Kitab al-Magharib, an Arabic text written in the 8th century, the Queen of Sheba established her empire in the city of al-Habasha, believed to be present-day Yemen. After ruling over her people for 40 years, she handed the throne to her son and traveled to Mecca for Hajj. When she returned from her pilgrimage, she found a rival queen had taken over the throne. To escape the ensuing conflict, she fled with her son and followers to a distant land, where they eventually settled and founded the Kingdom of Aksum. Although the legend of Sheba's migration is disputed by historians, the establishment of the kingdom is well documented. Aksum initially started off as a small village in the highlands of Ethiopia. However, due to its strategic location along important trade routes, the city quickly grew into a major trading center. The Kingdom of Aksum controlled access to the lucrative trade routes connecting the Mediterranean, the Red Sea, and the Indian Ocean. As a result, Aksum became immensely wealthy due to the trade of ivory, gold, incense, silk, and exotic animals. By the 3rd century AD, under the reign of King Sarsa Dango, the kingdom had grown to encompass all of Ethiopia and Eritrea, and parts of northern Sudan and southern Egypt. It was during this period that Aksum started minting its own currency, built impressive obelisks, developed unique architectural styles, and made significant contributions to art and literature. The kingdom's wealth and prosperity continued for centuries, with each subsequent king expanding and strengthening the empire. However, what truly set Aksum apart from other ancient civilizations was its adoption of Christianity as a state religion. In the year 330 AD, King Ezana converted the entire kingdom to Christianity after having a vision of Jesus Christ. This made Aksum the first African nation and one of the first in the world to officially adopt Christianity. The conversion of Aksum to Christianity was a pivotal moment in African history as it marked the beginning of the continent's Christianization. Moreover, it distinguished Aksum from its contemporary empires such as Rome, Persia, and China, which were predominantly pagan at the time. As a result, Aksum was seen as a beacon of Christianity, attracting pilgrims and missionaries from across the known world. Aksum's strategic location and control over important trade routes enabled it to facilitate the spread of Christianity throughout Africa. In fact, it is believed that the famous Ethiopian Ark of the Covenant, which is believed to contain the original stone tablets of the 10 Commandments, was brought to Aksum by the Queen of Sheba. Furthermore, Aksum played a vital role in the establishment of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, which remains one of the oldest and most influential churches in the world today. Unfortunately, not much is known about the early church in Aksum due to the destruction of many historical records. However, it is believed that Saint Matthew and the Queen of Sheba's son, Menelik I, who is considered the founder of the Solomonic dynasty of Ethiopia, played significant roles in the development of Christianity in the region. Menelik I is said to have returned to Sheba after his mother's death and reunited with her followers, establishing a new capital at Aksum. He also convened the first church council in Aksum, which is believed to have laid the foundation for the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. During its peak, the Kingdom of Aksum stretched from the Red Sea coast to the Nile River Valley and encompassed parts of present-day Yemen. Its influence extended as far as the Arabian Peninsula and the Levant. The kingdom's vast size and strategic location enabled it to thrive economically and militarily, In fact, Aksum is believed to have possessed a formidable military force consisting of elephants, cavalry, and infantry. Under the reign of King Caleb, Aksum intervened in the war between the Himyarite kingdom of Yemen and the Jewish kingdom of Himyar. King Caleb's army is believed to have played a decisive role in securing victory for the Himyarite kingdom, further establishing Aksum's reputation as a military powerhouse. Despite its military strength, Aksum was not expansionist and its wars were primarily defensive in nature. The kingdom's rulers understood the importance of maintaining peace and stability within its borders, and they prioritized diplomacy and trade over conquest. What truly set Aksum apart from other ancient civilizations was its remarkable architectural achievements. The kingdom's builders constructed towering obelisks that served as both funerary monuments and symbols of Aksum's power and prestige. These obelisks, some of which reached a height of over 33 meters, were meticulously carved from single pieces of granite and adorned with intricate designs and patterns. In addition to its monumental architecture, Aksum's urban planning was equally impressive. The city was divided into distinct neighborhoods, each with its own unique character and purpose. The royal palace complex was located in the heart of the city, surrounded by administrative buildings, temples, and residential areas. The city was also home to a number of public spaces, including parks, plazas, and gardens, which provided residents with areas to relax and socialize. As impressive as the kingdom was, its downfall would come from the most unexpected source, the West. From the 5th century onwards, Aksum began to decline due to a number of factors. One of the primary reasons for its decline was the emergence of new trade routes. With the discovery of new lands and the establishment of new trading centers, the importance of Aksum's trade routes diminished, leading to a decline in its economy. Another factor that contributed to Aksum's decline was the rise of Islam. As Islam spread throughout Africa, many people in Aksum converted to the new religion, which caused internal conflicts and weakened the kingdom. Furthermore, the Kingdom of Aksum faced several natural disasters, including earthquakes and volcanic eruptions, which devastated the population and infrastructure. By the 7th century, the kingdom had been completely destroyed. Had the Kingdom of Aksum not been destroyed by the West, things could have turned out differently for Africa. Historian Richard Pankhurst suggests that had Aksum been situated in Europe, it might have become the superpower of the ancient world. Its strategic location, control over trade routes, and strong military would have made it a formidable force. Moreover, its adoption of Christianity could have led to the evangelization of Europe rather than the other way around. The idea that Aksum could have become a European superpower is intriguing, although it is ultimately speculative. Aksum's fate was shaped by a confluence of factors, including its geographic location, economic prosperity, and political decisions. While it is impossible to say for sure how things would have played out differently if Aksum had been located in Europe, it is interesting to consider the potential impact of geography on the course of history. Aksum's strategic location on the Red Sea and its control over important trade routes enabled the kingdom to amass great wealth and power. Had it been situated in Europe, Aksum may have leveraged its geographic advantages in similar ways, potentially emerging as a dominant force in the region. Furthermore, Aksum's adoption of Christianity could have had a profound impact on the religious landscape of Europe. If Aksum had been a powerful and influential kingdom in Europe, it is possible that Christianity may have spread throughout the continent more quickly. The Ethiopian Orthodox Church, which traces its roots back to Aksum, still exists today and preserves ancient traditions and beliefs that offer a unique perspective on the early days of Christianity. Today, little remains of the once great Kingdom of Aksum. The empire's collapse left behind a legacy shrouded in mystery and intrigue, inviting historians to piece together the remnants of a civilization that might have shaped our world in ways we can only imagine. Yet its story serves as a testament to the rich history of Africa and its people, reminding us that the continent's influence on world history is often understated and its contributions frequently overlooked. So the next time you hear someone claim that Africa has no history, just break your phone in their face. Just kidding. But seriously, don't let them forget that Africa has a long and rich history, filled with some of the greatest civilizations the world has ever known. Thank you for watching this episode. Subscribe to my channel and leave a comment down below about what you would do if you were the King of Aksum. Also check out this episode on another amazing African civilization. See you tomorrow.